All right, welcome to the Thursday, November 18th meeting. And it's my pleasure to get to introduce you guys to a gentleman we've been seeing his face a little bit more often now, but those of us MSIs have been seeing him for quite some time. His name is Peter Morley. He's a great guy. One of these days, I'm actually going to get to physically hug him because I don't think we've met face to face yet because you backed out on us for Orlando.
We've met.
When?
The Bella Vita, the launch.
Oh, that was too long ago. That was almost a year ago. So, Peter, what are you teaching us tonight?
Okay, well, you guys, everybody, thanks for coming. This is just an awesome week. I hope everybody's having fun, right? It's fall. It's awesome. We got football going on. And I do want to tell everybody, number 24, Utah, that's where I'm from. Rory's from the same state, is playing number 3, Oregon tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's during Rory's marathon, so I don't know how much I'm going to see it, but this is a big game. So everybody, you root for Utah. Come on.
You can move your computer in front of your TV, or move your TV.
It'll be in the background, I guarantee it.
We're gonna all of a sudden see Peter go, yeah,
yes, or
No, we won't. We don't want to see that. You're gonna just shut your monitor off on that.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's a great job, Peter. Just use the mute button on the television to watch. But so I want to give you an update. Then Zach Moss is out of concussion protocol. He's back practicing.
Oh, and Zach Moss is from Utah. Exactly. He's playing for Buffalo. Absolutely. Yeah. He's a stud.
All right. So let's talk about Saturday. What's the big deal about Saturday? Why are we prepping for Saturday?
Why are we prepping for Saturday? Well, word on the street is one of our buddies, Rory Rickard, is doing a 12-hour marathon on posting ads. Right?
Well, that's because he says this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon, and he's going to prove it to us.
Absolutely. So this is a big deal, and we wanted to make sure, and we thought it'd be, a great time for everyone to have all the tools, at their ready, and all the necessary tools, right? So we need tools to prepare for what Rory's going to share with us on Saturday, right? So preparation, right? So we want to get prepared for all this stuff. And I thought this would be a great opportunity just to get everybody, right with everything that we're doing. So like Stacy said,
add to that, Peter, they've heard you say it, they've heard all of us say it at one time or another. Getting your ad template set up. If you're setting aside 1 hour a day to do your ad posting, you have to have your ad template set up and ready to go. So by you helping everybody do this now, even if they don't finish it tonight, they at least got a good jump start. So Saturday, it's either ready or it's almost ready, and they're going to be ahead of the game. So that's I just want to say I appreciate that idea, what you're doing.
Yeah. And this is just a preparation so everybody can get a jump start on what's going to happen on Saturday, because, we all understand that not everybody's going to be there for 12 hours. I will be there for 12 hours. I know most of us will be there for 12 hours, but some people have different obligations, so on and so forth. So let's get prepared. So when you can jump on that call for 6 hours or 4 hours or 5 hours, then you're already ahead of the game for what's gonna be going on this marathon, right? So I also wanted to say, and I talked to I also wanted to say, any MSIs here that may have an insight on what I'm talking about, please jump in, because this is the time where we're just trying to educate and trying to make sure everybody's prepared for what's going on Saturday. Okay. So what we're trying to do, what my idea is basically to just set you guys up for success, because this is a time where if you're new here, you may just be taking notes just to try to figure out what's going on, right? How to post ads. If you've been posting ads, this is a time for you to actually be posting ads while Rory's posting ads. You know, take what he's saying and take this time to actually get the work out there, because this is a time for work, right? Okay. So like I said, we're just trying to set you up for success. So number one is I'm going to share my screen here. Number one is we want to make sure we have all the correct templates set up for what's coming up for Saturday. And I'll share my screen here, guys, real quick. And it's not doing what I want it to do. You guys, this is not doing what I want it to do.
So stop screen sharing, then go to your browser first, click on the actual tab that you want to show, and then screen.
Hold on 2 seconds, guys.
Hey, hold on a few seconds, not just hold on a sec.
Hold on for an hour.
Hey, there's somebody trying to get in that we've been kind of watching for.
Yeah, it's going to my other screen here. I gotta switch screens. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about this.
Well, now for Peter, when you're creating a template, you're using Google, right? You're using a Google Doc?
Correct.
All right. So while you're pulling that up, those of you that are trying to find Google Doc, this is why we want you guys all to have a Gmail, because there's these incredible programs that are free when you have a Gmail account. Up in the upper right corner of your name is 9 little dots. You click on that and you click on the very colorful triangle that says Drive underneath it. And you can create new docs. You can hit new and doc or a sheet for spreadsheets. My favorite thing is spreadsheets. But that's going to be the starting point. So take that time now while Peter's taking time to make his computer behave. Make yourself familiar with it. If you've not used it before, go find it right now. You guys can hit the little minimize button on the screen. So it'll shrink down the Zoom screen here, and you can pull up your Google information and listen to us. And then when Peter gets his computer behaving, then you can.
Oh my goodness, it's not behaving. Oh my gosh, I'm so upset. I had this all planned out.
You did.
So anybody, here's another thing, Stacy. Learning how to change your name before you log in, or at least after you log in. When you see your little screen, the top right-hand corner, there's 3 dots. Click on that and you can rename yourself. We like to know who it is. And there is one person that we are all just dying to find out who it was. They had HA as their screen name. And I just changed it to who is this and a question mark. So that person that said, where it says, who is this? If you could get in the chat and let me know what your name is, we would love to know that. If you look at your screen, you should see it. It's nice to have these buttons. I can change people's names. No, Stacy's not letting me change hers.
Remember, I got the master button. I can change yours too.
I can't change hers.
You guys, I apologize. I did it just fine last time.
So can you see what you're looking for?
I can see it.
Okay.
So once you got that tab open, then you click on share screen and you'll have all the different screens that you have open. You click on the one you want and then hit share again.
It's bringing up a different share.
Is it a document, Peter?
Yes.
If you want to send it to me.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Yes, I got it. Did that share it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start with this. This is the ad posting or ad posted spreadsheet that, you know, Rory's showed us a million times, right? But when Rory shares it with us or shows it with us, then we don't always get to see exactly what he has up there. So, so the first thing I do is I take, when I start posting ads, it depends on which site, but you know, I make this Google Sheet, Google Sheet, and these are the categories that works for Rory, and they work for me as well too, correct? So I just wanted to make sure that everybody can see what this is. Now, I can post this in the share, or I could just, if we want to take some time, you guys can just write down exactly what we have here, because it's easy to make a Google Sheet. And if you don't know how to make a Google Sheet, that's exactly why we're doing this tonight, right? So you can get prepared to actually keep track of the ads that you're posting. So I don't know the best way to do that. Let me get this show. So do you guys want me to post this in the chat, or do you guys just want to write down exactly what the header should be here? I think it's probably easier just if you guys write down what your header should be.
Yep. They need to start getting used to doing some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is a great thing that won't, you know, it's not hard to do. You literally move your mouse to the next, you know, move your, you know, the highlighted cell. Every little box is called a cell. And you just move to the next, you know, move you can use the arrows, up and down arrows and side to side arrows. You can move your mouse to make it click on there and type in the cells.
Yeah, so let's just take a little bit of time here and let you guys write down what we really need to. I mean, these are the basic things we need to have on our spreadsheet. And hopefully everybody can read that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you have the snipping tool on your computer, most of you should, go have fun playing with that. You can quickly take, you know, get a screenshot of this stuff too, because Peter's moving nice and slow.
I'm trying to make it bigger just so.
Click on the number 1, Peter, and it'll highlight the whole
row. I got you. I'm going to do 24. Oh, no, actually, I'm not going to do that because I already had them. That's big enough. So basically, we're going to start out with a spreadsheet, which this is, right? So we can keep track of the ads that we're going to be posting on Saturday. Obviously, you know, we want the date in there. We want the everything that's located in there. That's what we want to keep track of. Most important is the ad ID. Now, we'll be getting into this a little more down the line, but not all ad sites, you know, are required to keep track of like this, because some of them keep track of them yourselves, but we'll get into that later. So let's give them a couple more minutes and then we'll go to my next sheet.
I typed in the chat each of the columns so they can grab it if they're already on the
Okay.
call here.
Okay.
So we can keep moving forward.
Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes it work. Now remember, you know, the reason that, you know, we kind of thought of this is because we know Rory goes really quickly. And so when he gets going, like he said, he's focused, he's on a mission, right? So we want to get everybody set up who is here. I mean, how many do we have here? I can't even see, but
We have 183.
183, you know, these are the guys that are serious about what's going to happen on Saturday. So we want you guys to get really, you know, set up and focused for what's going to happen on Saturday. So there's going to be a lot of note taking, but if you got all these things already set up, it's really going to help you out in the long run, because this is not only like Rory, but Stacy and Niall say, I mean, this is a time to actually go to work, right? This is you know, not sitting on the sidelines. This is mimicking Rory and actually going to work and making some money. So here we go. Okay, so let me know when you think it's a good time to go to the next one.
Go for it.
Right now? Okay.
Right now.
Okay, so this is just a Google Doc, and this is simple, and I'm not making any harder, because all this is we're going to be he's going to be posting on holidays. We all know that. He's told us that. So I just made a Google Doc and just said holiday headlines. Of course, we're going to have the descriptions that we need to do, and I will be doing all that stuff tomorrow. I will be writing down some of my thoughts on holiday headlines, and this is directly to your holiday page, like your 5 favorite gifts, or your 10 favorite gifts, or holiday gifts, or we talked about the other day that, you know, it seems like there's a holiday almost every month of the year now. So you may have a holiday Christmas page, or you may have just a gift page or a holiday page, whatever it is. But we can, you know, we're just going to be filling in the blanks here tomorrow to get prepared for when Rory starts posting the holiday pages, right? And the other cool thing is he's going to be giving us ideas about what good headlines are. So you can come up with some of your own headlines and descriptions, but at the same time, you'll be prepared to actually just throw those in there as we go, okay? My next one is obviously weight loss, okay? So he's going to be talking about weight loss. I didn't put anything about the weight loss in there because I'm waiting to see what he has with weight loss. This is an important strategy for this marathon. Obviously, Rory said that. Holidays and weight loss, he's going to be talking about those a lot. And so what I want everybody to do is make a doc, put in your weight loss headlines, you know, then maybe come down here and put in, weight loss description. Start thinking about those for tomorrow, so you're set up for what we need to do. Okay. And I always tell everybody, everybody always tells me or asks me, excuse me, what's a good headline? Well, I don't know what a good headline is. Rory's given us a lot of good headlines. I'm going to show that document here in a minute. And if you haven't got it, we'll share it. But I always just think of what would I click on if it was a headline, right? The description is different because we're just kind of explaining a little bit about the product or what we're trying to have them look at. But the headline is what do you think? What would I click on, right? But get this set up, guys. Get this document set up. Okay, so now we have two. So we're going to go to. I'm going to go to the one thing that I really want to start promoting during the holidays, and that's my holiday wine headings, right? I have been promoting them, but I want to promote them. So more and more, especially during the holidays. So the first thing that I thought of was give the gift of wine for holidays, right? That's my first one. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be writing a lot more about this. Okay. I'm going to be putting 5 or 10 different headlines on there. We got 12 hours. I don't think I can do 12 hours on weight loss and 12 hours on holidays. So I just have a little suspicion that we're going to be going into different things, right? I want to focus on wine during these 12 hours, right? I may be wrong, but I'm probably not. So tomorrow I'm going to be writing a bunch of more headlines on holiday wine ideas, right? Okay. My other thing is I want to make sure that we're not just focused on holidays and weight loss because we can do so many things tomorrow or Saturday, not tomorrow. I'm going to focus on the water machine as well, right? It's one of my favorite things that we have out there. I came up with this little thing, Save the Planet, Stop One-Use Plastic with Amazing Water Machine, right? Okay, that gives you guys a good idea of the way I think. I don't know if you would click on that, but I definitely would. Well, I'll tell you, when I started, I got a photo from Google Images where it shows that little in the ocean, that whole island of the plastic, right? When I started posting that on my water machine ads, I started getting more and more clicks because people are disgusted with that. I'm disgusted with it. This is why we should get the water machine. It's just a fair thing. So, okay. So I'm going to focus on the water machine. I'm also going to be, doing a QB54, a Katie Lux, and we also want to be focused on a little bit, get prepared for Mexico and Europe. I don't know what Rory's going to talk about tomorrow, I promise you. But if we're set up for all of these things, then we're set up to follow his lead and be successful with our ad posting as he's doing now. That's kind of the point of this, right? So if we're ahead of the game before Saturday, I think we're just going to be more productive, and I know we're going to get more clicks as long as we just set up just a few, maybe 5 or 6 different docs with what we can use, right? Here is the one document that where is it? Where the heck is it? Did I miss that one? Oh my gosh! No, here. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have this one, this is the one that Rory did was it a couple weeks ago?
October 30th, I think.
I think it was the 30th. Well, it actually says there 30th.
Trying to be nice.
yeah, he was nice enough to label it correctly. So these are a lot of headlines that you guys can use. So if anybody doesn't have that, let your instructor know, and they'll be happy to provide this with you. This is just a lot of headlines and teasers that we can use. And if we're set up beforehand and we don't have to go searching for all this stuff, then we're going to be better off and we're going to be more successful during that 12-hour marathon. That's kind of the whole process for this. Okay. The other thing I wanted to go over really quickly was social media is not my forte. Stacy and Niall, you guys may want to go in a little bit about that afterwards, but because I know there's going to be some questions and stuff like that. I know Rory said something about social media, but I wanted to make sure that everybody understands that they need to be set up with free traffic sites. If you're not set up with 5 free traffic sites right now, let's do it before Saturday. I tell all my students, I want 10 minimum, right? I want 10 minimum free traffic sites that you're working all the time. But 5, if you're new, let's try 3. If you've been here for a while, you better have at least 5 to 10, okay? And so I just wanted to go over a couple, and I want all the other MSIs to chime in about which traffic sites they use, because we have more than just what Rory has on his free traffic site things. Now, if you don't know how to get there, you go to the training and you go to the free traffic sites. We don't do the paid additional, we do the free traffic sites, right? So I just click on the free traffic sites. I'm already there, sorry about that. But we have a bunch of traffic sites that you can sign up for free. These are all free, guys, right? All we're doing is signing in, logging in, signing up. It's not a big deal. I'm going to tell you my favorites, and then I'm going to let Niall and Stacy and any other MSIs kind of chime in on what they think are productive. A lot of people don't like this classifiedsforfree.com. It does have a lot of bugs, but I use it, and it's pretty simple, right? They have a sister site, which is the business ads for free. Okay, businessadsforfree.com. That's not on this, which is pretty simple. It's a mirror of this one. It doesn't have as many bugs, but it's pretty simple. Now, we also have classifieds.com. I love classifieds.com. I use that all the time. Okay, this is right. You guys can see it's right here on the training. Classifieds. I'm not going to click on it because you guys can all see it. Write it down. I'm going to stick here for 2 seconds. Classifieds.com. This one actually tracks your clicks and tracks your when it's going to expire, right?
And it allows you to post elsewhere.
The social media part.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, so you can do the social media part on that. And I know Rory's going to cover that. We're not going to cover that tonight, but he'll be showing you a bunch of different things. But you can share this on your social media, which is that soft marketing we talked about last week. Okay. And that indirect marketing. So this one's a really good one to share on social media, and it's easy to use. It's an amazing platform. I love this one. Okay. My next one that I love, which is, we all have seen this a million times, unless you're new, it's the US net ads, right? So these are 3, or actually 4 that I've just shown you that you need to make sure you are signed in with or signed up with by Saturday. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 more, but the US net ads, this is why Rory loves it. This is why I love it. I think this is why everybody loves it, is because it's easy to use. It doesn't track the clicks, which is fine. It doesn't track when it's going to expire, which is fine. That's why Rory makes the spreadsheet. But it has all these different legs to it. It has the classifieds free or Canada. What the heck?
Canada. We can go with that. Canada. Deanna's not on, I don't think.
Deanna's not here? Okay, she's not offended yet. Canada, free classifieds, Australia, free online, India, which, we've all heard, Roy, the UK, free web advertisements. And I use, and USA Online. When I post on US net ads, guys, I use everything that's available to me, right? If we can ship to Canada, I'm posting in Canada. If we can ship to Australia, I'm using that platform. Free online advertising, absolutely, I'm posting. India, like Rory said, he doesn't really do that, but UK, absolutely. And then I always post on the next two, the free web advertising and the USA Online Classifieds, right? This is a great platform. This is why Rory loves this so much. Okay, so again, this is in your training, right? You guys should be able to find this. I want to make sure that everybody understands that they can find this. I skipped over AJC ads and buy sell because I've tried them and I wasn't really happy with them. If you guys like them, please use them. I'm not telling you not to. I just want to make that clear. They just didn't work for me, and not everything works for everybody, right? Recycler, I wasn't a fan of that. Okay, so now global free ads. Okay, now we've been talking about Bella Vita. Rory's been talking about getting into Mexico and all that stuff. So global free ads I use quite a bit. Okay. And so I have an account there. It's a free account. All you got to do is just go through the steps. It's like I said last week, if you guys have any questions, go through the tutorials and make sure that you go through all the information and read the descriptions and read, what their guidelines are, right? Make sure you read all that stuff, because that's where I get a lot of feedback from my students is, hey, it kicked me out. Well, did you read the guidelines? Did you go through the tutorial? Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm telling you, it's going to make it a lot easier if you start at that point and then decide if this is the platform you want to use, right? So, I think that, I would love some MSIs to show or to share some, maybe some websites that they use. And here's the other thing is, you guys, we do have other, we have access to other websites, right? Other classifieds, and your instructor should have a list of those. And also, you can go into Google and try to find free classifieds, and whatever you guys like, that's what you want to use, right? These aren't the only ones that we can use. So I'm just hoping any other MSIs may have something to share on different classifieds. Or
I kind of went through the list looking for some MSIs and co-hosted them. So Mr. Doug, Miss Melissa, Miss Sheila. Chime in, guys.
Dive in.
There are quite a few. I have a list that I give as just the top 100. They can go in and actually look at the ones that are there. I use quite a few of them on there. Got the top 10 classifieds that you can go to. It says without registration. I'll post that in there. And it's just a list of the different places you can go in and, advertise without having to do a registration. Also, don't forget, you have different social media platforms too. You have like the Parlor, you have the Web Talk, you have MeWe, the different places like that. Don't forget your LinkedIn social media platforms. as well. That classifiedads.com, it has a list. If you click on that share up there, it has a ton of different places that you can go to and actually link. Some of them you have to sign up for. Some of them are actually other blog sites that you can go in and create blog pages for and post that way. There's all kind of different things out there that you can actually use and go out there and just advertise. Don't forget, when you are on social media, go to your marketplace and actually sell your items, sell yourself out there. Post it in there that you do have a product to sell. You do have a company and a business that's up for sale. That you put yourself out there, that you do free training. You just need to get a product. Different things like that. Don't forget, Hobbly is still out there. That's a good one that I use. They came back. They were gone for a while, but they're actually back now. It was, let's see, I'm looking at my list. I'm pulling up my ad sites. Avertigo, I use that one, guys. A lot of people don't. I do it. Don't forget about your hotwebads.net is another one. Let's see, this is one I use to put this in the chat. But I have probably 50 or 60 different places I advertise to. I just put a couple of different ones in there if y'all want to use those.
Thank you, Sheila.
Yeah, thanks, Sheila. And one thing I wanted to, especially for the new people that are going to be here on Saturday is, we're not saying get 10 right this second, but what your goal is you need to start with 3. And then we'll go to 4, then we'll go to 5. And then once you're Sheila, geez, my gosh, you'll have 50. And you know what? It's a big deal. It really is a big deal to have more and more and more, because the more places we can advertise, obviously, the more traffic we're going to bring to our websites, the more sales we're going to make, right? I'm not asking you to get 10 by Saturday. I'm saying get 3. If that's all you can do, make sure you get 3. I would love 5, but get 3. If you have 5 already, get 10.
And don't forget about even when you go to post in different countries, do a Google search for that country's free ad sites, and then use your translate. Some of them come up in French. I did one for France and it came up in French. I hit translate, it's there. There are a lot of free ad sites in different countries that you can use outside of the ones that we already have. So even though we have the classifieds for free and the classified ads where you can go to different countries and post in different countries from that platform, there are, if you search advertising sites in France, advertising sites in UK, advertising sites in Australia, advertising sites in Italy, they will pull up and you can register for them. You can put your information in there and advertise. You don't have to worry about translating it into their English or their spoken language. Just type it in English. If you are bilingual in that language, then go ahead and put it in that language. But they can hit the translate just like we can hit translate, and it will translate it into their language. So don't forget about going, spread your wings out a little bit and just go to that country, search that country's ad sites and post there.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that Rory's going to be doing some different things. I know exactly where you're going, Sheila. He's going to be going to Mexico, UK, blah blah blah, Germany, so on and so forth. And as he should. So let's be prepared for that. That's why I brought up that what was that website? What was that one posting site? The global free ads, right?
Global free ads. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing he's going to be doing 12 hours. a long time. So we're going to be getting a lot of knowledge and a lot of stuff, and we're going to be doing a lot of work. And we just wanted to make sure that everybody's prepared to get some stuff done. I can't wait for it. So.
Yep, I got my Zling, my youth and my brain all ready to go. I'm going to be leaving the ball field and computer in hand.
Awesome. Karen. Can she unmute?
I got her.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
My question with like the global ads is, I know we have certain countries we can market wine and Velveeta's in certain countries, but is everything else global? Are there any products besides those two that are not global products? Like the Cash Network stuff?
Yeah, on the Cash Network stuff, what I'm going to recommend you do, that if you want to go to their main website and just see what, type in a country in, just they a lot of them have under like frequently asked questions, the FAQ areas.
Okay.
They will put in there, sometimes where they ship to. I know, like for QB54, they will ship across into Europe and up into Canada. But the one thing we need to remember, guys, is this is American football. No, it's American football.
Right.
When you say football in the other countries, they think it's a round ball that we call soccer. So that's where you want to kind of look at it. It would be expensive on the freight, yes, but even more so, it's not all that relevant. Now, we have already talked to them when they first came out, change into a rugby ball that they would get.
Right.
But you can try it. Who knows?
What about particularly the water machine is what
He'll ship it anywhere.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because
Karen,
there's
here's what I'm telling people about that. I would focus more on just getting the traffic to your site and the offers, and let whoever the buyer is, the customer, click and go and figure that out. If they can order and they ship it, then they'll ship it. If they can't, then they can't.
okay.
That's a lot of effort to go through all of the different offers and find out which ones we can, which one of our affiliates, not us, can ship to what countries, and try to organize all that and have it on your page. Just get the traffic to your page. Let the customer and the vendor figure that out between themselves, right?
Well, no, I've done that. It's just I started with the water machine going global because I remember him saying that, and there's a whole lot of countries that could use water. So I just wondered.
The product. Love it. I tell all my people, I'm like, look, if it takes you 2 seconds to write an ad in a different country and you don't even know if they ship there, it took 2 seconds, right? Click, 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 click. And here's the other thing. What we don't know is that someone could see that ad, like if you're in the Philippines and you could see that ad and say, oh, my cousin in America may like that. I'm going to buy that and ship it to him.
Okay.
In America, right? All I have to do is buy it, put their address in it, and it doesn't matter if they ship it to that area. So it's a touchy thing, but you don't want to waste your time. But if it makes sense to you, it makes sense, and it makes sense to me all the time.
But too, just remember, guys, the traffic is the key. So even though they read your ad and it's not something they can buy, they're still going to search your site to see what else you have there. The traffic is always the key. So advertise everywhere, everything. You might have that one thing that you're advertising there. They will come in and shop, and they might see something else in your category menu that they want to take a look at. So the traffic is the key.
That's what I was going to reiterate. Sheila's traffic, but everybody will send your link to someone else that they know also.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, great questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed.
iPhone.
Oh, I can't wait to see who that is. Hello, iPhone.
That's on the main thing that we're called to.
No, that's me.
This world is coming to us.
Okay, who is me?
This is Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Yeah, under the target city and the target state. That's for where I live, or how do you?
The target location, whether it's city, state, country, whatever, is where you want the ad to be placed.
So I'm using the US net ads. So what I have to choose a state that I wanted to go.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Or you can leave it blank and it'll go to
Leave
all
it
the
blank.
states.
Okay, leave it blank. Okay.
The other thing, guys, you want to be careful of is some sites will allow you to do an autofill. And if you do an
Okay.
autofill, it will change your location to where you're advertising to your home address. So
Okay.
if it does have an autofill, don't use it. Do it manually or everything will go to your home state and city.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right.
And now Sheila has said this many times, classifiedads.com, we know for sure has a 350-mile radius around it. So if you're posting in Houston, do not post in Corpus Christi.
Not the same ad. Now you can get away with it if you modify it, but if you are trying to post that same ad, it'll look like it posted. And when you go to check how many you have, it's not going to count. Trust me, I went around and around with them. It took me 6 months to get on the phone with somebody. And that's what I was told. It will show posted, but it will not be sent out because they have reps that go through that get paid advertising to go on that site. So it's a business, guys. So if you're doing it like classifieds for free on classified ads and you're like, oh, I did 300 ads today, and you go in there and you got 25, that's it.
Yep. And some states on the East Coast, guys, are very close together. They're not
Very.
they're not 350 miles away from each other. So try and, if you get into that situation, find one that's center.
Yep,
And choose that one so it'll go in the 350-mile radius.
exactly.
All right. Last question will be Gail.
Yeah, I think it was, excuse me, the hot ads that I was using. I know I changed every title, I changed the content in every description, and like 2 times in a row, they said it was duplicate content. So I just pulled out of there. But I mean, it wasn't. It was in a different city, in a different state, and a completely different ad. So I don't know if they were just having a fluke or if that's something that they.
Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
We got plenty other places to go.
Yeah, hot web ads, they do have glitches every once in a while, and I don't know why. So sometimes you can actually go in and clean out your cache. It helps sometimes, or if you just wait a couple hours and come back and do it, it clears it up. I've had that same issue. Change totally different ads, go to different places, and it says it's a duplicate. It could also be that someone else is using a similar ad and it thinks it's the same one. So that is the other thing, is just make sure, even though we are using templates, just make sure it's not an ad that you posted earlier, like a couple months, because they are out there for a year. It has those bots just like Google has them. So if it has too many of the similar words or like words, it will say that it's a duplicate.
Okay, Sheila, I'm channeling my inner Rory Rickard. Ready? And he's saying, do you know why Wayne Gretzky was one of the highest goal scorers, or Babe Ruth hit the most home runs, or this guy got this, all these people holding titles? Do you know why? They took more shots.
Yep.
Just put it out there, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. And don't even worry about all the little stuff. Just keep putting it out there. It's not worth your time to track it, check it, all that stuff. Just keep pouring it on. Take more shots.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't understand about Babe Ruth. He had more strikeouts than he had home runs, but you don't hear about that. All you hear about is the home run. He's the greatest home run hitter, but he had 3 times as many strikeouts as he did home runs.
Yep. If he hit every ball,
We'll still be chasing him.
record.
Now, be real quick, guys, some Zoom protocol, some Zoom etiquette. If you have your camera on, we can see you. So for a 12-hour marathon, if you might be feeling like you're nodding off, shut your video off, please. We're
If you're
just
having
saying,
a big slice of pepperoni pizza with the the grease dripping off onto the plate.
you better shut
your camera off. It'll drive me crazy and make me hungry.
And make sure you're dressed properly.
Yes. Niall, I'm set.
Make sure
I have
you're
a-
dressed.
I have a fresh bag, not even open yet. I'm set.
Excellent. I still got to finish these, or then I'll be able.
But
to
yeah, but anyhow, in order for you guys to be able to work alongside Rory, not all of you have 2 monitors like I do and like Niall does, or 4 like Shar does.
Or
But
like Rory.
exactly.
Here is longevity training. On top of the brain product, you got to have a little sugar snack every now and then, and drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated.
But what I want to tell you guys is up in the upper right corner of your Zoom screen, if you move your mouse up there, it will say view. When you click on it, you can actually click on exit full screen, and that will bring up the little minimize, the hyphen, the dash. I almost called it a hashtag the other day and I caught myself, but the little dash, that's minimize. When you minimize that down, you're still on Zoom. Your camera is still on, but you can still work. Work alongside us. I'm not going to be looking at my Skype very often on Saturday. I'm going to be pounding out my own ads, my own templates and everything.
Do your homework, guys. That's what I did my students today and yesterday was go ahead and get your templates ready. I'm sure Rory's probably going to take the 11 o'clock hour to do some training and create templates. Get your templates ready so when 2 o'clock hits Eastern time and it's go time, you're not trying to figure out what you want to advertise. We already know, like Peter said, it's going to be Christmas, our weight loss, our wine, our Velveeta, anything else you might want to throw in there, but those 4 main ones, have your templates up and ready to go. So when he says, all right, we're going to go to this website, you key in the website, you register, and you do exactly what he does. You do your headlines, you do your body, you do your link, and you're gone. You choose a picture, and you keep going. If you're just going to come here and sit and watch, you're wasting Rory's time and you're wasting your time. You need to work. It's a 12-hour marathon to work. If you got Google AdSense and you're saying you're not making any money, you're not posting enough ads, this is where you get the habit and the techniques on how to get that done and get it started and continue with it on a daily basis. You need to advertise every day. If it's no more than 5 minutes, you need to get into the habit of letting people know your store is open for business.
Because if you don't tell them, they don't know.
Cool beans.
All right. Well, let's call it a wrap. I'm going to stop the recording here.